What's going on, guys? I think this is all in day 24. Let's jump into it. So today, before this candle closed, this is what we were looking at on the 4 hour, and the daily we can look at here. The daily was in this daily gap here, moving lower, and I wanted to take shorts, but we had price take out a low on the 1 hour. I think it was this low, and on ES, this low. Alright, so we were tracing, we have this big imbalance from London session. London swept Asia up here, right here, right? So I wanted to see continuation to the downside to all of these stacked lows here, and potentially all the way down here. I didn't see much opportunity for longs. The only thing I saw was, these highs up here. And then we can see that another high was formed here. So I wanted to see price come into this range here. If you look on the 4 hour, it's in equilibrium. On NASDAQ, it made a 4 hour gap coming into equilibrium as well, and I wanted to see price reject off that. So I wanted to see price come up and come right back down. And what we saw today was, you can go to ES. We can just take a look here. So price wasn't the best looking today, I'll tell you that. Upon market, pre-market, this is what we had, and so we get this move down here, taking out this low, NQ not, so we get the SMT, and it was kind of like yesterday, but I was so hard set on shorts, just because there was no targets other than this one, and I had a good idea of the draw and liquidity, wanting to see this get taken out pretty much. So price ended up taking it out, coming into this range here on both indexes, coming into the gap, and I wanted to I took the trade on NQ, I believe. Yeah, I took the trade on NQ, and once it came into this gap here and swept this 1 hour high, right? I want to see price return lower. So on the 1 minute, I saw this inverse. No, it was this inverse right here. Yeah. So on the 1 minute, when it came in, swept this high, made this 4 hour gap. Price was in equilibrium, swept the high. I saw this entry right here. I entered here, stops here, right, and I wanted to see price come at least to this current day low, but I ended up just getting stopped out. So definitely entered a little premature, I'll say that, but I had my key level get hit. I saw an entry, I saw my strategy, but price ended up not even returning lower until hours later, so we can just let this play out here. So you see, this is what current price action is looking like, and it didn't happen. Price didn't start going down pretty much until 11 o'clock. takeaway from today was definitely premature entry. But then again, this is what we're looking at on the 5-minute. Longs were definitely there. I was seeing a bigger picture on the higher time frame, which is now playing out. And I did say yesterday, like, this was going to get rejected. Because this was yesterday's open, right? And I knew this was going to get rejected up here and return lower. It's just that the move had already happened, and I think I was looking too high time frame instead of what the market was currently doing, like the S&T, break of structure, retracement, just like yesterday. But I had a different idea in mind today, and I executed on the plan, or on my plan when it said to. I followed all my rules. I didn't overtrade. It's just part of the winning statistic. The market can show you things, can tell you one thing or another, but in reality, it can do whatever it wants. So. It ain't always 100%, tell you that. And I'll show you all this loss here. And I did use Polymarket today. I think when I got on, it said like 30% up. So, everybody else thought it was also going to go down. You can see the loss here. Alright, I entered. Lasted about 30 minutes. So, very unfortunate, but, shit happens. It's part of the game. Losses are inevitable. That's all I could really take it away from this. I'm glad I didn't overtrade and execute what my strategy said to. If I could keep doing this every single day and, react when the market says to, then, in the end, all things will come down to a funded account and then a payout. So, but we got to look at it as a month. I'm still up on the month. I am currently down on the week. Definitely gave my profits back from yesterday, but it's all right. We're still up. There's always tomorrow. There's always the week after, and I'll be all right. Losses suck. Not too excited about it, of course, but it's part of the game. I'm just glad I followed my rules, and I did predict where price was going to go, and price is going exactly where I thought. But just a little later after my trading session. So the move during 9:30 to 11 was definitely bullish. I should have read it better, but we're not all perfect. So, anyways, this was honestly, today's price action wasn't even the best. And I wasn't even, honestly, once I saw like this on the 15-minute, all this mumbo jumbo, rejecting all this 15-minute, I was like, yeah, I could definitely enter, I definitely could take a trade, but it's not looking too hot. And you can see on the 5-minute, 15-minute, it's Wick City up in here. So got caught up in improbable market conditions. It's all right though. I can learn from this. I can learn what I did right, what I did wrong. That's all I could do. The money doesn't mean nothing. The $500 was a risk that I was willing to take. I had already thought, this money's gone, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, and at the end of the day, it's not even real money. So there's no reason to get emotional about it. Really trying to work on detaching myself from that concept, the concept of valuing money, giving money value. Otherwise, this trading ship will not work out. But definitely trying to just focus on winning within myself rather than winning because of money. So, anyways, guys, key lesson today: value yourself, not the money. So I will see y'all tomorrow.